Hello, day 30 here. Can you believe it? Day 30. We're almost a third of the way. We have to be at 33 and 3/3 to get to a third of the way, but we're on our way. And it's been really interesting, this journey, and I share a lot with you because food is intertwined in everything that we do. And I have this new way of eating and I really like it, but I've been here before, quite honestly, where I can be in the zone and I can, power through whatever until I don't, until maybe something just kind of hits me wrong, and there you go. Then I'm back to day one. But this time feels different because I keep telling myself, I used to be that way and now I'm not. And trust me, the last couple of weeks has been pretty challenging. And today is such a significant day. But I woke up feeling so peaceful and so prayed over that I'm actually having a good day, a good remembering my son without crying. It was a day that I've been really dreading, and now it's here, and I'm going to be okay. And I miss my son terribly. I wish things didn't happen the way they did. I wanted, him to bury me and not me to bury him. But it is what it is, and I still have joy in my heart. Along with the sadness and the sorrow, but I didn't die with him, and we're all going to be okay. Not ever going to get through it. We're going to learn how to manage it. And I know several of you know what that's like, to lose people that you've loved very much, and we have to learn to live with it. And that's what we're doing. And yesterday was a really bad day. Today is better. And I have a lot of you to thank for that. All your encouraging words, notes, prayers have really meant a lot. So with the topic today is, when you see something that you want to eat, is wait 10 minutes before you eat it and see if you still want it. Now, those are things that used to really bother me. Because I used to read these before, being on Weight Watchers, and there's nothing wrong with Weight Watchers, don't get me wrong, but just being on any kind of different diets that, people are always trying to, give you little tricks and hints to get past that emotional part. The truth is that you gotta either want it or you don't. And since day 2, when we discuss being interested dieter or a committed dieter, and I always am reminding myself that I'm a committed dieter. An interested dieter would be, oh, I can have that, I can eat that, I can handle that. The obstacle that I've come up with in the last day or so, though, that really reminded me that even though I've discussed that I'm learning to cook a whole different way, and there's different desserts that are really appealing, and I've made a couple of them. The problem is that you can still go overboard on the things that are so-called healthy. And so you might want to stay away from things that are your trigger. And that's what I've had to do. I realized that even though cheesecake is one of my favorite foods, and you can make a lot of cheesecake on this diet. And actually, it's not the diet, it's a way of eating. And I'm not there yet. I am not mature enough to handle baking a cheesecake, even though it's the keto-friendly way. Still could be, they call them keto cheesecake bites. Well, I've only had one, but I've been tempted to have more than that. And so I really have to be aware of where I'm at. And so today's topic was, do you really want it? Why are you wanting it? And that's what I've had to do. So I've decided that next time I make them, it'll be with a different, maybe less. I might reduce the recipe a little bit to make sure that I don't have a lot sitting around the house, because trust me, if you get into one of those dark moments and you just want to reach for something, when you're in those weak moments, that's when that stuff comes out. I don't care how healthy it is for you. You're going to eat it if you're intended to try to hurt to soothe hurt feelings, to rejoice in whatever's happening in your life, to aid you in the sorrow. Food is still food. So whether it's healthy or it's not, too much of it is still not a good thing. So just be aware of that and ask yourself, do I really need it? The other thing that when I was reading about it kind of cracked me up because, have you ever seen somebody that, when you go out to eat and it's obviously that they don't miss too many meals, if you know what I mean? Well, and then you're sitting there and you're eating your plate and you're eating every dang piece of parcel snippet or whatever you want to call it, nibble on your plate. Nothing short of licking the plate. And you look up to see your friend who is, like I said, doesn't miss too many meals. And she's acting real petite, like, oh, I'm so full. I just can't eat another bite. You really? Doesn't look like you missed too many meals to me. So that's just kind of a little chuckle because a lot of times I've eaten more in private than I have in public. I've never acted like I was full though, because sometimes you just have to own it. You cannot fix what you don't acknowledge. So I hope that these videos are helping you as much as they're helping me, because you know what? I feel so encouraged, and also staying on task and knowing that these videos are coming up each day, and I read them in the morning and I kind of let them soak in my brain for a while and be more aware of what's happening before I actually start talking about it. So thank you so much for all the encouragement, and I hope that you wait maybe 10 minutes if you're really wanting to eat something. Go on a walk. I know that sounds really ridiculous. Go on a walk. Don't eat what you want to eat, but we need to get past some of these hurdles. And the other thing that I was reading on the post earlier on different weight loss sites is that I'm not losing any weight. Well, let me tell you, I was gone from the scale for about 2 weeks, and I only lost a pound. Tell me. It's like, and I was really good, but I really had to decipher the fact is, how good was I really? Because, I was outside of my element, and I had to eat food that I didn't normally, measuring is really important, and logging everything down. So I'm not real good at measuring with my eyeball yet. And so I think that might have been something to do with it. And again, it just may be my body stalling, because when I told my husband, I only lost a pound in 2 weeks. And so for the total weight loss I had for the month of June when I started this was 11 pounds. So you know what? A pound is a pound is a pound. So there's the victory in that. But don't get discouraged, and really look back when you're logging your food and everything. Look back and see why you're not losing weight. Now, on the other hand, I read this post from a woman that lost 158 pounds in 9 months. Hello? How long do you think it'll take her to put that weight back on? I hope it doesn't. But that's a really kind of a fast weight loss, and I would be concerned about that. Know what your body is and how it loses. And know if you're doing, maybe you need an extra walk, maybe you need an extra glass of water. Only you know what your body is, and only you know what happened in the last 2 weeks or the last month, or if you're not losing weight, there are different things that you can do to kind of encourage to break that stall or that plateau. But you know who you are, you know what you've eaten, you know what you're doing. So I just thank you and hope that this gives you not food for thought, but opportunity to think about what your actions are, like I am thinking about mine. Seriously, I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I feel like I'm begging when I do that, and I'm really not, but people have really encouraged me to say that. So thumbs up and hit the subscribe. So thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 31. Bye.